to that hearing in just a little bit on the Senate side. Hope everyone, again, is having a great day. I'm your host, Mike Page. Thank you so much for continuing to watch News Now from Fox, live, raw, and unfiltered. Just want to get to some top stories here of the day. As we are going to talk about this one. President Trump today touting the Texas Supreme Court case as, quote, the big one. We'll get into that in just a moment, everybody. But I do want to show you just his latest tweets that he has been tweeting today, and really has been tweeting a lot this morning. His latest one saying, hashtag overturn, and then says, no candidate has ever won both Florida and Ohio and lost. I won them both by a lot. Hashtag Supreme Court. Then he says in another tweet, we will soon be learning about the word courage and saving our country. I received hundreds of thousands of legal votes, more in all of the swing states than did my opponent. All data taken after the vote says that it was impossible for me to lose unless fixed. He continued today saying that this case had nothing to do with me. Fake news as usual when talking about yesterday's decision from the U.S. Supreme Court deciding not to take up the appeals from lawyers for President Trump to reverse the election results in Pennsylvania. He also said that stock markets at an all-time high. Then also saying, rigged election, there is massive evidence of widespread fraud in the 4 states, plus mentioned in this Texas suit. Just look at all of the tapes and affidavits there. And then this is the one that got a lot of attention this morning. Just an hour ago, we will be intervening in the Texas plus many other states case. This is the big one. Our country needs a victory here. So let's go into everything that was talked about right here on News Now from Fox. And we do want to always let you know that we are bringing you the very latest here regarding President Trump and the election 2020, as President Trump today touted Texas's suit demanding that the U.S. Supreme Court block the Electoral College votes of Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, calling it the big one. Trump's legal team has faced repeated setbacks in challenging the results of states that went for President-elect Joe Biden. Trump's team could file a brief in support of Texas's suit. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton sued battleground states Pennsylvania, Georgia, Michigan, and Wisconsin yesterday to challenge their 2020 presidential election results, saying that these elections in other states where state law was not followed affects my voters because these are national elections, and so if there are fraudulent things or things that affect an election and state law is not followed as it is required by the Constitution, it affects our state. Paxton told Fox and Friends today it affects every state, he also said. He continued on saying, we can't go back and fix it, but we can say, okay, let's transfer this to the legislature and let them decide the outcome of the election. That would be a valid constitutional situation. The legal challenge seeks to invalidate the 62 Electoral College votes from those 4 battleground states and award Trump a second term, alleging unconstitutional changes to election rules before the vote. In the complaint, it says, using the COVID-19 pandemic as a justification, government officials in the defendant states of Georgia, Michigan, and Wisconsin, and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, collectively the defendant state, usurped their legislature's authority and unconstitutionally revised their state's election statutes, Paxton complaint says. It also says they accomplished these statutory revisions through executive fiat or friendly lawsuits, thereby weakening ballot integrity. At least 3 more states are getting behind the Texas lawsuit. The Arkansas Attorney General saying on Tuesday that her office would be joining the suit, and Missouri Attorney General Eric Schmidt announced that his state is also in the fight with Texas. Louisiana Attorney General Jeff Landry also backed the suit in a statement, saying election integrity is central to our republic, and I will defend it at every turn. And as I said in other cases, I will help lead the effort in support of Texas SCOTUS filing today. Missouri is on the fight. The Supreme Court on Tuesday denied a request from Trump allies to stop the certification of Pennsylvania's election results. The High Court left intact a decision from the Pennsylvania Supreme Court that tossed a lawsuit from Representative Mike Kelly challenging a 2019 law to expand mail-in voting. Georgia stands out as a defendant in the Texas suit because both of its senators are facing tough challenges in runoff elections that will determine the balance of power in the Senate. President Trump has also attacked Georgia Governor Brian Kemp, a Republican, after he certified the state's election results for Biden there. So we will continue to follow this for you at really every turn as election 2020 talks still going on at this moment, everyone. We continue to always bring you the very latest right here, always on News Now from Fox, worldwide here for you as well. All right, everybody, we will be going to a quick 2-minute break for some of you. Stay right here with us. We have more live coverage for you around the country.